Good day. Everybody out there is having a good one. So, I collect records and older media, and I have some shorts that you can check out about some, records I've gotten. I do a lot of my record shopping, um, at Patrick's Books and Records, which I've talked an awful lot about on Route 19 in Port Richey, Florida. Uh, I also, try to pick up albums where I find them, different thrift stores, flea markets, stuff like that. But a great deal of these came from Patrick's Books and Records, and a few more from some other places. But wanted to share some vinyl pickups that we got lately. Now, collecting vinyl for me is a bittersweet thing because it's like I already had I've been through like two collections, and for different reasons, I lost those collections. Um, now, uh, I guess the fun part is the searching and stuff like that, and knowing some albums intimately, you have a better chance of finding the album that you're gonna want. Now here's uh some of the pickups that we've picked up lately. One of them, classic, Deep Purple's Machine Head, first album. There's a hell of a story behind this album and how it was recorded, and the lo-fi way in which it was recorded. This is a fairly mint copy. It sounds great. And yeah, it's this, and I would say Perfect Strangers are my two favorite albums from them. But I, between the two, I would pick this one, um, as being my all time favorite, Deep Purple. We also got a couple of new, well, not new, but new to me. We got a couple from Aerosmith here. We got a Draw the Line from Aerosmith, and as Steven Tyler once said, at about this time in their career, they were way out of the lines, and they were, pretty pretty much being fueled with drugs and alcohol, cocaine, heroin, what have you. The usuals. Another one that we picked up, which is one of my favorite albums from Aerosmith, is Aerosmith Rocks. This is, I would say, one of their heavier albums. Um, it it's it's full of awesome tracks from beginning to end. I don't think there's one tune on here that I don't like, or could go without. Just a great album. Definitely, one of my faves of the classic Aerosmith. Um, Pump was about my limit with Aerosmith, and I like Nine Lives and stuff like that, and I appreciate some of their newer stuff, but it always makes me want to hear more of their older stuff. And being there on tour right now, I hope they pull out some goodies. Like, it would be really cool to hear Nobody's Fault. That's like one of the heaviest tunes on here, and um, yeah, it would be really cool to see them do that one live. Another one that we picked up, which I'm sure they've done a lot of, just calls. Another one that we picked up, Pink Floyd, The Wall. We got this for a little bit of a reduced price. One of the sleeves was off, or different, but other than that, classic album. There's different kind of versions of this cover. Um, I believe this is like a sticker on there. I believe I've seen it a couple of different ways, but all very similar. It's The Wall. One of if you've never seen the movie for this album, you are sorely missing out. Um, there is some to do right now with Roger Waters. He's been performing songs from The Wall, and people that have a limited understanding of of The Wall um, have taken a position that is quite ridiculous about Roger Waters, and it just really says more about their limited knowledge on Mr. Waters' career and also his views and stuff like that. But the things he's written about are challenges and things that we uh, deal with today, and that's a lot of what's always drawn me to Pink Floyd is a great amount of poetry and awesome music to describe strange times and also give us perspective. The Wall really is one of them movies and albums that when listened to and paid attention to, it gives you a different perspective on demagoguery and how that ends up being, and how somebody is driven to be mad and evil, and how they still think that they're on the right side of things, even with all the atrocities that they're committing. It's this big whole conversation behind just The Wall in general, and everything that it represents. But yeah, definite, awesome. Glad that it back in the collection. This right here, Doctor Hook, and the Medicine Show revisited. This it isn't I guess it is. It's basically a greatest hits album. It's got Sylvia's Mother, Acapulco Goldie, Penicillin Penny, cover of the Rolling Stone, Get My Rocks Off, and Carry Me Carry. It's just, yeah, the whole album. Awesome album. If you've never heard Dr. Hook, you should. They were another one of them bands that crossed the genres back in the day. You had like your Charlie Daniels and stuff where they were both in a rock genre, and they were also claimed by country. Sometimes they were in the middle, and even like blues rock and stuff. They had a way of combining all these things and with a little bit of a southern fusion and all this in it, and it made for a great band. And there's a very interesting story about how everything ended up with them, and yeah, some pretty strange happenings and all that. But yeah, very very cool band. And if you've never heard of them before, definitely go check them out. Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show. Telling you, awesome stuff. I got this one. I knew it was damaged, but I kind of something about it. I was like, man, I kind of like that. Somebody put Alice Cooper Killers, and it looked like in the collection that was acquired or bought, that they had done that to a lot of the albums in their collection for some reason or another. But yeah, Alice Cooper Killers, great album. A lot of people's favorite album from Alice Cooper. I don't know if I would consider it my favorite. Growing up with Alice Cooper, it's kind of hard to pick a favorite. I think I could pick the easy route and say the Alice Cooper Show, and really because that kind of covers all the bases. And but yeah, Alice Cooper Killers, classic, great album. He's on tour right now, and I thought he had brought back the old guitarist for and he did bring back the old guitarist for a little bit as Nita Strauss was doing things. She's got kind of two tours going on. She's touring with Alice Cooper now. She was doing stuff with Demi Lovato, but that only went so far. And she's also put out some solo songs. In fact, we got some reviews and stuff talking about her solo projects and stuff. She's just a phenomenal guitarist, and Alice Cooper's lucky to have such an awesome guitarist that just I mean, she's a powerhouse by herself, and really just awesome. I'm a big ZZ Top fan. And I think this would probably be one of my faves. Again, it's Tres Hombres is one of them songs, one of them albums where it's just you put it on and let it play. It's Jesus Just Loves Chicago, Waiting for the Bus, just the whole album. But yeah, yeah, every song on here, it's got LaGrange, yeah, Hot Blue and Righteous. It's just it's an awesome tune. So yeah, and also got this other. This is the other one. Yeah, I also got this other ZZ Top. Yeah, I know you can't go wrong with ZZ Top. I've seen them live a few times. I think one of my favorites off this is Manic Mechanic, Cheap Sunglasses. That's just definitely gotta have ZZ Top. I would probably say out of the two, Tres Hombres is probably my favorite. This being my second, but it's hard to pick a favorite when it comes to ZZ Top. But I do. I like the way they've progressed through the years and had they still maintain an awesome sound. One of the last ones that lately I just picked up from Patrick's Books and Records is this AC/DC Back in Black. This is an original print. Now what they did back in the day was this is embossed. So what and so isn't the Back in Black part. You probably can't see it with the shine and but anyway, it's it says it on there. But what they did in later versions, second runs and stuff, is they just printed the white. They didn't emboss it, and Back in Black was just written on there in a kind of a different shade. Maybe Back in Black was, but the versions after that were different. Because I remember having a later version and then seeing another one and realizing, wow, there's two different versions of the album. I mean, they're both the same album musically, but the outer sleeve and all that, just saving money on them second runs. Why emboss them? Just print it, Cool thing I got as a gift for Father's Day is this awesome Metallica and Justice for All. It's a Walmart exclusive green vinyl. This is the green one they put the bass back in. No, they didn't. It's still baseless. I just turned the bass way up, just to piss Lars off. Um, but yeah, great album. Um, this was uh really a friend of mine had this album, and I had heard Metallica, prior to this album, but it was this album that a friend of mine had that we just listened to on repeat over and over, and it was like our whole summer album. It was all we listened to, and it was the first time I heard One and all that, and um yeah, I that's really, I think that album was what solidified my fandom. And then later on, um Master of Puppets personally is like one of my favorites, a go-to. But Ride the Lightning, and their first album, just both excellent albums, especially more thrashy and more Dave Mustaine. Is that a one? Now, here's a couple that we found at some thrift shops here. This one, I like to get comedy albums and stuff. Now, a lot of people are the older generation. I was a little kid when the Newharts, Bob Newhart, had a couple of comedy shows in his career, sitcoms and stuff like that. But he had a whole like other lifetime of a career, in stand up, and he's a very funny gentleman. I I even like his character in The Librarian. I mean, I've always just liked his demeanor and the way he presents jokes and stuff. It's great. But yeah, this one, it was in mint condition. Got it for like $1 at a thrift store. But they're probably thinking, who's gonna buy a Bob Newhart album? Well, here I am. So the last one we got here is actually another Aerosmith one, another one of their great ones. I would say this is another one of them uh, heavier Aerosmith album. Um, yeah, I would put this like as in like sound wise, this definitely pairs well with Rocks and well, any Aerosmith album really. But yeah, Get Your Wings is probably one of my faves, go to a lot. But um Rocks and this album are like, I'll wear these out. So yeah, some cool record pickups. Not too much new stuff this go around. We have gotten some newer goodies from some bands I do want to talk about in the future, and I have a little bit of another video I want to do about vinyl pressings, and this newer vinyl that we're working with, and some of the different colored vinyls and stuff like that. I have a few different vinyl videos in the hopper, ready to be posted up. But what do you think, you guys? Anybody out there collect vinyl? I also got some cool VHS pickups that I'll be talking about in another video. But yeah, if you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Do you have any of these albums in your collection, or CDs, or in any other places? Just great stuff. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. I hope you're having a great day out there. I hope it's going as good as it possibly can be. Look forward to more reviews, all sorts of awesome stuff, and we will see you in the next one. Have a great day, everybody.